1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 4.
Hello, I am BeBetterGamer. Welcome to BeBetterGamer Wrestling, the channel dedicated to wrestling video games, fueled by my passion, love, and obsession for them. I am playing WWF No Mercy, and I am bringing you another WWF No Mercy CAW, Create a Wrestler, and I am bringing you none other than the current winner of the Royal Rumble 2018, the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. How exciting was it to see him win the Royal Rumble? I was trying to get this call done before the Royal Rumble actually, but then I got sidetracked with a few other things. Lo and behold, there he goes, and he wins the damn thing. Crazy stuff. I had a lot of fun making this call. Very simple, actually. Very simple call to make. I thought it came out pretty well, so let's go into it. And first of all, before I get into it, just check in the description below for the full call. I have it typed out in a nice little Google Docs. But here we go. I'm going to go over the appearance first, and then we'll talk about all the different things I did for the call. So we've got body skinny 2 in the 4th skin tone. Head, we got male 1. That's the default head. We don't change that. Face, I went with face 82, which is actually Kazushi Sakuraba's face in Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, fun fact. Hair, middle 4, front hair 23, and black hair. So obviously the hair, you can't really recreate that well. In No Mercy, facial hair, I got 04. In Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, I'm going to make him in there, obviously, so you'll see. But they have the hairstyle that Chono uses that would probably be a better fit, but they did not bring that back for whatever reason. It was in WrestleMania 2000. It was in Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, but they didn't bring it back. Pants, leather pants 2 that you just have to unlock in SmackDown Shop if you don't have it already. Both colors are red. And then wristband cane, because then you got the little studs there, the white studs that come out. Feet padded 1, those are his kick pads. Both colors are red. And there you go. Very simple, like I said. Very simple to make. Works pretty well. I mean, his style of pants are slightly different. The belt, obviously, usually is a different color than the pants. Sometimes it's the same color. The second outfit, all you really change is the wristbands to black. That's it. Or you could just put it default because it actually looks better. It's a better black. It's a darker black, I should say, like a more leathery black. And then here we go. I just changed his leather pants to all black. Again, default for the first one. The second color I actually made black because the default's like a denim color. And then you could also do, if you want, you could also make it red. You could have like the red stripe coming down as a variation. Just to switch things up. You know, that's, you know, he usually wears these black and red pants, and usually he alternates the prime and secondary colors. And then here we go, leather pants 2, same thing, just red, and then the secondary color, black again. So you can switch it up however you like. You could also do, he always has not an armband, but he has like something he ties over his arm. It looks like a cloth or something. So you could also do the armbands there if you want. He only ever wears it on the one arm, on the left arm, so that's why I didn't include it, but you could do that as well. Didn't do any entrance attire because there's no real entrance attire that I think fits well for him. So there you go, Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, if you want the full call, just check in the description below. But that's it, you're done. You're done. All you need is the moves, the parameters, all that stuff I have typed out for you down below. So make sure you click on that file. As always, I like to follow up my call with a match to show it in action, and I'm going to do a callback to the last call I did, which was AJ Styles, because we're going to do Shinsuke Nakamura against AJ Styles at WrestleMania, because as of right now, that's where it stands. Nakamura won the Royal Rumble, so he is headed to WrestleMania to face the WWE Champion, who is at the moment AJ Styles. Now, a lot can happen. A lot can happen between now and WrestleMania. Okay, you know, last year when Randy Orton won, AJ Styles was the champion, and then at Elimination Chamber, Cena and Styles both got eliminated by Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt was the champion, and we got Bray Wyatt and Orton. So a lot can change, but I think that it's gonna be Nakamura and AJ Styles at Mania. That's the match people want to see. That's the match I want to see. I mean, I saw their match at Wrestle Kingdom, loved it. I was shocked to find out pretty much the next morning that they were headed over to WWE along with Anderson and Gallows. And here we are a few years later, and now we're about to see them wrestle at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. That's huge. That is huge to me. I wonder where it's going to be on the card. I just think it's fascinating. Pro wrestling is great right now. I talk about it all the time. WWE is probably not the best product out there, but they have probably one of the best rosters they've ever had, and so much talent. And every now and then we'll get matches like this that we've all been wanting to see in WWE on a big stage to see what they can do. I'm not into star ratings too much. Like I keep an eye on them every now and then just to see, like, oh, that's interesting. This match got this stars. This match got that stars. Nakamura and AJ Styles got 4 3/4 stars when they fought at Wrestle Kingdom the last time. It was the first time they ever fought one-on-one. So imagine what they're going to do at WrestleMania. Imagine what it's going to be. And you got to believe that maybe that's why they're being put on the card. Like, maybe they want a critically acclaimed classic at WrestleMania, which we haven't really had in a few years, if you think about it. A really critically acclaimed, 4 3/4, 5-star match at WrestleMania. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun stuff. I'm excited. I had a lot of fun making this call. Shinsuke Nakamura is pretty overpowered in this call. He's got a lot of strikes, a lot of strong moves that can knock the opponent out. I wasn't purposely trying to go for that, but it was very reminiscent of a lot of stuff he does. Usually I'm always very wary to do modern wrestlers in No Mercy because we're talking what? This game came out in 2000. So we're coming on 18 years almost that this game has been out. And there's a lot of wrestlers today that do a lot of things that isn't in No Mercy. A lot of moves that aren't in there. Obviously I can't do the Kinshasa, the Boomerang. I can't do his mudslide. So I try to compensate with a few things, but I came out a lot better than I thought with his movesets, with his striking. Gave him a lot of running knee attacks. A lot of, he's got when the opponent's on the ground, he's got the big jumping knees that he does. He's got the big running Takayama knee, I like to call it. And he does a lot of stuff similar to that. Obviously, you can't put the guy on the apron, but if you whip the guy in the corner, and then he could do that big running knee. So, it gives you an idea, sort of. It's funny looking back on these games when I play them now. The move sets, a lot of the animation was very accurate, but you could tell they also had to fill out some stuff for certain wrestlers, to give everyone the same amount of moves. So you didn't always see these guys do some of the moves that they did in the game, but it still felt true to the character and to the wrestler. So that's what I try to achieve when I do my modern calls. A lot of the moves I'm obviously not going to be able to put in. So I just try to choose things that would get very close. I did give him, for his front special, I did give him the flipping armbar that he does, that he used to win back in the day with sometimes. Now he mainly wins with the Kinshasa. You could also give him like a kicking combination as his front special that they have if you want to go that route. Because with WWF No Mercy, so I'm excited to do this in Virtual Pro Wrestling too, because in WWF No Mercy, you don't have the martial arts fighting style where your strong B grapples can be striking combinations. So if you want to have your Nakamura be more of like a striking combination character, you can give him that as his front special, but I went with the armbar. Because he still does it. It's always great when he just counters a move into it. He's so smooth with it. I love Nakamura. He's great. And Nakamura AJ Styles is just going to be great. This match turned out to be way more competitive than I thought it was going to be. AJ Styles, I'm trying to show off a lot of the moves, but AJ Styles is giving me a run for my money. I also, so in the corner, obviously they don't have good vibrations, so I gave him the stomping foot kicks, you know, that he just slides his foot across their face. And again, it's very reminiscent of stuff Nakamura would do. How many times have we seen him, you know, when he fought in the TakeOver match with Zayn, his matches with Ibushi, you know, so many guys, Okada, so many people, he just starts kicking them till no end and sliding his foot across their face. So that's why I gave him that move in the turnbuckle. His turnbuckle top rope moves were a little difficult to do. Again, they do have a flying knee, so you can substitute that for like when he does his top rope Kinshasa. You know, you can do that. So yeah, a lot of substitutions, but I think it works well. And as I was playing him, you know, I did survival mode a little bit to earn some money so I could unlock some stuff. He's pretty powerful. In No Mercy, they really upped the submission damage that you could do to someone and how quickly you can end the match if you've worn down a certain body part with a submission hold. So it makes it a lot easier when you have a front special that is a submission hold to win the match. And, you know, spoiler alert, you're going to see me do that, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time for me to put away AJ Styles, because AJ Styles is not going down without a fight. Yeah, it's going to be great to recreate this in Virtual Pro Wrestling too. As I mentioned in my AJ Styles call video, you know, when I did him in No Mercy, when I did AJ Styles in Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, Styles actually retweeted it and commented it on Twitter about it, so he liked it. Maybe I can get Nakamura to like this too. I'm just excited that we're going to be getting that match at WrestleMania. Again, a lot can change, and I say that because, you know, I'm a WWE fan. I've been a WWE fan my whole life. And they have a tendency to, you know, sometimes promise us something and then take it away. And, you know, they also have a tendency of, you know, sometimes what the fans want, they don't get it. And that's how it's been like the past few Royal Rumbles. So when Nakamura was in the Final Four with Balor and Cena and Reigns, I was thinking, and I'm sure a lot of people were thinking like, oh, they're going to have Cena and Reigns take out Balor and Nakamura. And there was so much tension for me as a WWE fan in that, because I hate seeing that happen in the past few Rumbles. You know, Triple H, Orton, Reigns, all the past few winners have been very anticlimactic. And my pick for the Rumble was actually Jericho because of my fantasy booking storyline with Jericho and Owens and Zayn. But I knew that wasn't going to happen, and I was just basically fantasy booking it because I thought Reigns was going to win it, because clearly they've been building to Reigns and Lesnar, and I thought that was going to be the big thing. Now, a lot of people were saying, like, you know, it's Elimination Chamber, so they'll probably have the Elimination Chamber match, and then that's how they'll have Lesnar take on Reigns, because Reigns would win that, and I'm sure that's probably how it's going to go down. But I was still like, you know, they had Reigns win in Philly the last time, and it pissed everyone off, so they'll probably do it again, because they love pissing off the fans. Because you'll still watch WrestleMania. You know, you won't not watch it. That's just the hold they have on us, unless, you know, fans who do watch WWE. But when they were in the Final Four, I was like, you know, how amazing would it be if Nakamura was going to win it? Because I think that was everyone's favorite, and rightly so. I mean, Nakamura is amazing. He deserves to be put in a main event picture. You know, who cares about the language barrier? He doesn't have to speak perfect English. I don't think that's ever been an issue. You know, I had a friend come over and watch the Royal Rumble with me, and he used to watch wrestling back in the day. He doesn't follow it anymore. He actually wrestled for a little bit. I might bring him on to talk about that one day. But he hadn't seen, you know, a lot of these guys, or who the current roster of WWE is. And when Nakamura came out, and I was explaining all that shit, Shinsuke Nakamura, it's a big deal. Imagine if, like, you know, Great Muta or Kenta Kobashi at their peak came to WWF, you know. And within a few minutes, just watching Nakamura, and then even at the end, when it was the Final Four, he was like, I want Nakamura to win. And I was very surprised. I was like, yeah, why? He was like, I don't know, I just like him. There's just something about Nakamura that I think, if you're a diehard wrestling fan, if you're a casual wrestling fan, you just gravitate towards. He's a king of strong style. He is an artist in the ring, and I think he can have great matches with almost anyone that is, you know, main event level of a wrestler, and I'm excited to see what him and AJ Styles are gonna do. Again, I don't believe really too much in star matches. I don't let star ratings dictate how I judge matches, but I do like to acknowledge their existence, and I wouldn't be surprised if they are able to pull off a 5-star match, even if they don't get the actual rating. I thought their match at Wrestle Kingdom was a 5-star match, my own personal rating, even though I don't do ratings, but you know what I mean? It was just a great match. At the end of the day, it was a great match. We still remember it. We still talk about it, especially if you've seen it. And I think they're going to do a classic at WrestleMania. They're going to give him the cocky kicks and the stretch, trying to insert some of that charisma in the WWF No Mercy moveset. Style won't go down. I had a special early in the match and I blew it. His taunts were a little tough, but I gave him some psych out taunts. Here I go. I go up for the big jumping knee too far away. I don't know why I went on that turnbuckle. I got a little greedy there. But me and Styles are still going at it. I'm wondering now if it does end up being Styles and Nakamura. Here we go with the big knee coming down on him. If they're going to close the show. You would think they should, right? You would think they should close the show. Last year they closed the show with Taker and Reigns. So this year is a little bit different, unless the rumors are true and we are getting Taker. Then I could see them very well closing the show with Taker and Cena, if this is like sort of Taker's double retirement match. You know what I mean? Even though he never officially said he retired after facing Roman Reigns, but you gotta believe they're gonna be given a lot of time. You gotta believe they're gonna be given way more time than whatever the Universal Championship ends up being, which is probably Lesnar and Cena. Although maybe Strowman's the wild card. Maybe we'll see Strowman and Lesnar one more time. Are they secretly building a trilogy of Strowman and Lesnar matches? Who knows? Who knows what WWE has planned? I'm just excited to see what they're going to do in the next few months, because finally, Nakamura was brought in like a big star, which he was rightfully, supposed to be brought in. But it was always a little part of me that was always hesitant, because WWE always kind of squandered outside talent, especially, foreign stars, Japanese stars, Mexican stars. There's very few stars that they actually got it right with. And I was very nervous, and for a little bit, for the past year, everyone was a little worried about Nakamura. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's over for him. He's never going to get the big push. They're never going to use him correctly. And I had faith. I was like, WWE really is so stacked right now. There's only big need, knockout. Don't want him to get completely knocked out, though. I think I turned knockouts off. But still, knockout animation, that was pretty cool. More knees, following up, just knees and kicks with this Nakamura call. I love it. Had a lot of fun playing with this call. I hope you have a lot of fun playing with this call. Let me know what you think about the moveset. And again, you could change any moves. That's not perfect. This is not how you should make them. This is just how I made them. I made him, But yeah, a lot of people were worried about the future of Nakamura, because people have so much high hopes, and it's great to see that, patience is a virtue. Our time waiting and being patient is paid off. We're getting AJ Styles and Nakamura. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And right away, my money's on Nakamura, right? I mean, your money's got to be on Nakamura to win at WrestleMania, to win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. I think that would solidify Shinsuke Nakamura as one of the biggest stars in wrestling history of all time, to leave Japan, to leave New Japan. Here I go with the flipping armbar. Easy not 1, 2, 3, but easy submission. Again, because I was working on the arm throughout the match. Long match with AJ Styles, but I took him down. There I go again in slow-mo. I just love the animation for that flipping armbar. But yeah, you got to believe if Nakamura leaves WrestleMania this way, if he leaves WrestleMania beating AJ Styles after having a most likely 5-star classic match, it's going to solidify him as one of the best wrestlers of all time. I think he's already one of the best wrestlers of all time. But, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Nakamura and Styles. If you're excited about it, if you enjoyed the Royal Rumble and how it all went down. And, of course, most importantly, if you enjoyed this call. If you liked what I did with Nakamura, any changes you've done to it, you know, shoot me pics on Twitter that you've done it, and yeah, have fun. Check out my other WWF No Mercy calls, my Let's Plays, Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 calls, WrestleMania 2000 calls. Let me know what you think. I am BeBetterGamer. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, as always, keep watching all the wrestling.